went to the party. I saw some pictures of you and your friends on social media. It looked fun. Do you? Don't you? Didn't you? Are you? You went to the party, didn't you? I saw some pictures of you and your friends on social media. It looked fun. The correct answer is C, didn't you? She studied French last year. That's why she speaks it so fluently now. Didn't she? Did she? Was she? Wasn't she? She studied French last year, didn't she? That's why she speaks it so fluently now. The correct answer is A, didn't she? Noah, they had already left when you arrived. Sophia, yes, they had. Didn't they? Wasn't it? Hadn't they? Haven't they? They had already left when you arrived, hadn't they? The correct answer is C, hadn't they? They visited Paris in the summer. I remember them talking about the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. Didn't they? Did they? Were they? Weren't they? They visited Paris in the summer, didn't they? I remember them talking about the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. The correct answer is A, didn't they? He didn't play football yesterday. I thought he said he was feeling unwell. Did he? Didn't he? Was he? Wasn't he? He didn't play football yesterday, did he? I thought he said he was feeling unwell. The correct answer is A, did he? Tom, she has already left. John, yes, she left an hour ago. Has she? Hasn't she? Did she? Doesn't she? She has already left, hasn't she? Yes, she left an hour ago. The correct answer is B, hasn't she? She didn't cook dinner for us. That's why we ordered takeout instead. Didn't it? Did she? Was it? Wasn't it? She didn't cook dinner for us, did she? That's why we ordered takeout instead. The correct answer is B, did she? They didn't travel to Japan last month. I remember them saying they had to cancel their trip. Were they? Did they? Didn't they? Weren't they? They didn't travel to Japan last month, did they? I remember them saying they had to cancel their trip. The correct answer is B, did they? Ethan, they had already finished dinner by the time you called. MIA, yes, they had. Hadn't they? Did they? Haven't they? Doesn't they? They had already finished dinner by the time you called, hadn't they? Yes, they had. The correct answer is A, hadn't they? You finished your homework. The teacher is collecting it today, and there's no escape this time. Weren't you? Were you? Did you? Didn't you? You finished your homework, didn't you? The teacher is collecting it today, and there's no escape this time. The correct answer is D, didn't you? She cooked dinner for us. The pasta was delicious. I need to ask for her recipe. Wasn't she? Was she? Did she? Didn't she? She cooked dinner for us, didn't she? The pasta was delicious. I need to ask for her recipe. The correct answer is D, didn't she? Ava, you had forgotten to bring your notebook. Lucas, unfortunately, I had. Hadn't you? Did you? Have you? Hadn't I? You had forgotten to bring your notebook, hadn't you? Unfortunately, I had. The correct answer is A, hadn't you? They traveled to Japan last month. I saw their travel vlog on YouTube. It looked amazing. Did they? Didn't they? Were they? Weren't they? They traveled to Japan last month, didn't they? I saw their travel vlog on YouTube. It looked amazing. The correct answer is B, didn't they? He bought a new car last week. I saw him driving a shiny black SUV yesterday. Was he? Did he? Didn't he? Wasn't he? He bought a new car last week, didn't he? I saw him driving a shiny black SUV yesterday. The correct answer is C, didn't he? Henry, you had told her the truth before she found out. Lily, yes, I had. Hadn't you? Did you? Haven't you? Hadn't I? You had told her the truth before she found out, hadn't you? Yes, I had. The correct answer is A, hadn't you? You visited your grandparents. I bet they were happy to see you. Did you? Didn't you? Are you? Aren't you? You visited your grandparents, didn't you? I bet they were happy to see you. The correct answer is B, didn't you? Anna, you have finished your homework. Ben, yes, I did. I submitted it already. Did you? Haven't you? Don't you? Won't you? You have finished your homework, haven't you? Yes, I did. I submitted it already. The correct answer is B, haven't you? They didn't have a great time at the beach. The weather was terrible, and the waves were too rough for swimming. Did they? Didn't they? Are they? Isn't it? They didn't have a great time at the beach, did they? The weather was terrible, and the waves were too rough for swimming. The correct answer is A, did they? They played tennis yesterday. I saw them practicing at the court in the afternoon. Did they? Didn't they? Are they? Aren't they? They played tennis yesterday, didn't they? I saw them practicing at the court in the afternoon. The correct answer is B, didn't they? Jake, Lisa has never seen that movie. Emma, no, she hasn't. She missed it in theaters. Hasn't she? Has she? Does she? Didn't she? Lisa has never seen that movie, has she? No, she hasn't. She missed it in theaters. The correct answer is B, has she? Olivia, she had never been to Paris before. Mason, no, she hadn't. Had she? Hadn't she? Did she? Didn't she? She had never been to Paris before, had she? No, she hadn't. The correct answer is A, had she? They enjoyed the concert. They were singing along to every song. Aren't they? Are they? Did they? Didn't they? They enjoyed the concert, didn't they? They were singing along to every song. The correct answer is D, didn't they? He forgot his wallet at home. That's why he had to borrow money for lunch. Wasn't he? Is she? Did he? Didn't he? He forgot his wallet at home, didn't he? That's why he had to borrow money for lunch. The correct answer is D, didn't he? Logan, she had lived in Canada before moving here. Aria, yes, she had. Hadn't she? Didn't she? Wasn't she? Have she? She had lived in Canada before moving here, hadn't she? Yes, she had. The correct answer is A, hadn't she? It was a long flight. You must be really tired after traveling for so many hours. Was it? Wasn't it? Is it? Isn't it? It was a long flight, wasn't it? You must be really tired after traveling for so many hours. The correct answer is B, wasn't it?